What if we could literally build with life itself? Forget steel, forget silicon. What if we could program living cells to create brand new medicines, materials, and even robots that repair themselves?
Artificial intelligence isn't just another tech trend. It's the new electricity. It's powering every single breakthrough, from digital twins preventing floods to AI-powered robots thinking on their own. This isn't sci-fi. It's happening now. And at the center of it all is one thing: artificial intelligence. Think of AI not as a tool, but as the new electricity, an invisible force powering everything.
The digital, the physical, and the biological, they're no longer separate. They're merging into one deeply connected reality, reshaping everything we know about life, work, and technology.
Because of AI, the walls between our worlds are dissolving. The digital, the physical, and the biological are merging into one single connected reality. Robots are becoming partners, and cities can now predict and prevent disasters.
All right, today we're tearing into the massive 2025 Tech Trends Report from the Future Today Institute. And when I say massive, I mean it's over 800 pages long. But don't you worry, we've done the heavy lifting. We're going to break down the absolute must-know insights for you. So let's just jump right in.
So let me just start with this question. What if we could literally build with life itself? I mean, forget steel, forget silicon. Imagine programming living cells to create brand new things, maybe new medicines or materials that can repair themselves.
Now, if that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, I get it. But the wild part is, it's not. The report makes it super clear. This isn't some far-off dream. These breakthroughs are happening as we speak, and they're all part of a much bigger story that's changing, well, everything.
And at the absolute center of that story is one thing: artificial intelligence. You know, the best way the report describes it is to think of AI as the new electricity. It's this invisible force, this current, that's powering up every single other trend that we're about to talk about.
So what's the biggest thing AI is actually doing? It's all about speed, pure, unbelievable speed. Business decisions that used to take teams weeks or even months to figure out, they're now being made in minutes. And here's the key takeaway. It's not about how big your company is anymore. It's about how fast you can move. Speed really is the new scale.
And it's not just what AI is doing, it's how it's being built. We're moving away from these giant one-size-fits-all AI models. The future, it turns out, is modular. The best way to think about it is like Legos, seriously. Developers can now grab smaller, specialized AI bricks, snap them together, and build incredibly complex systems. This makes the whole process faster, more sustainable, and way more powerful.
Okay, so this is where it all comes together and leads us to the central theme of the report. Because of AI, the walls between our different worlds are just dissolving. The digital world, the physical world, and yeah, even the biological world, they're not separate anymore. They're all starting to merge into one single, deeply connected reality. Let's start with the physical. Take a look at robots. For decades, right, they were stuck on assembly lines, just doing the same boring task over and over. But now, with AI as their brain, they can actually see, they can make decisions, and they can adapt to our messy, unpredictable world. They're going from just being tools to being intelligent partners. And this merger of the digital and physical is happening everywhere. A perfect example is something called a digital twin. In the UK, they've created a virtual copy, a digital twin of their entire sewer network. So when a big storm is coming, the system can run a simulation, predict exactly where it's going to flood, and then automatically reroute the water to stop it. It's preventing disasters before they even start. And now for the biological. And I gotta tell you, this is where it gets really wild. Get ready for xenobots. These aren't machines made of metal and wires. They are tiny, living robots built from actual biological cells. And they can move around, they can work together, and get this, they can even heal themselves if they get damaged. The potential is just staggering, especially for medicine. Imagine these tiny biological robots delivering drugs precisely where they need to go inside your body.
This all drives home a really critical point. We are learning to read and write the code of life itself. Bill Gates had this amazing quote about it, saying, DNA is like a computer program, but far, far more advanced than any software ever created. And that's exactly what's happening.
But, and this is a big but, all of this incredible speed, this amazing convergence, it comes at a cost.
It's creating these huge new challenges and bottlenecks. It's turning everything into an incredibly urgent race to adapt.
First off, there's a huge people problem. They call it the AI brain drain. Just look at these numbers from 2022. More than 70% of new AI PhDs went straight into high-paying industry jobs. Only 20% stayed in academia. So you have to ask, if all the experts are leaving, who's going to be left to teach the next generation?
Next up, there's a power problem, a massive one. AI is unbelievably hungry for electricity. The forecast is that by 2030, AI systems around the world could demand over 130 gigawatts of additional power. Now compare that to this. In that same time, the entire US power grid is only expected to grow by 30 gigawatts. The math just doesn't work. We are barreling towards a major energy crunch.
And finally, there's the regulation problem. How in the world do you govern all this stuff? Well, governments are scrambling. The European Union, for example, is trying this risk-based approach. They've sorted AI into 4 different levels. So you have unacceptable things like government social scoring, which are just banned outright, all the way down to minimal risk stuff, like the AI in a video game. It's a first step in a very complicated new world.
So you see this insane pace of change, you see these huge challenges. It begs the question, what is anyone supposed to do about it? How can any organization possibly keep up? Well, the report actually gives us a pretty clear game plan.
It all boils down to a 3-step framework. First, you have to evaluate your capabilities. And that's not just about your tech, it's about your people, your culture. Are you built to adapt? Second, map out the risks. But don't just think about your usual competitors. Think about how these technologies crashing into each other could disrupt you from totally unexpected places. And third, create dynamic action plans. Seriously, you can just throw out that rigid 5-year strategy. You need flexible plans that let you pivot on a dime.
So, the main message from this entire report is really clear. The future isn't just on its way, it's converging, and it's hitting fast forward. We're seeing a pace of change that's unlike anything before. And that really just leaves us all with one final question to think about. Are you ready for it?
The future isn't coming, it's converging, and it's hitting fast forward. The real question is, are you ready? This convergence is creating a pace of change unlike anything we've seen. But it comes with huge challenges, a brain drain, an energy crunch, and a regulatory maze. So it leaves us all with one final urgent question. Are you ready for it?